now before I start, I'm just going to tell you a little update on my Fibonacci as well. What I've been doing is I've made this fedora here, which I'll put a link to at the bottom because I've done a process video of how I made this. Well, I've talked through it. But what I'm going to be doing from now on is my Fibonacci isn't going to be in my big usual book because I want to be able to do it on the go. So I've made this fedora, and inside here I've put in an insert which is going to be for my Fibonacci. So I'm going to do all my Fibonacci work in this now instead. So for today's Tangle, what I'm going to start doing over the next few weeks is I want to try, because this was a suggestion by a lady called Michelle who watches my YouTube clips. She suggested that it might be a nice idea to start doing just some tangles in themselves, just showing people the patterns. So I thought what would be nice is from now, perhaps up until about Christmas, depending on what people think. I mean, you can put comments below. I was thinking of making a little sort of like a pile of all these tangles on some cards, so it would be like a reference. All I've done is I've cut up a cereal box and put some of the squared paper on that's like in our Fibonacci's. And what you could do is you could do the tangle itself in your Fibonacci and then scan it in and put it on here, or you can just do this separate, or you needn't do it at all. It's up to you. Keep it in your Fibonacci. It's completely up to you, but I thought this would be nice then to use as a reference. You can just pick up and see all the different tangles that you've done. And I mean, all you need really is, I'll just use an old cereal box and then just put the pieces of paper on top. And then put it on a jump ring. I mean, this jump ring's a bit big for the purpose, but you know, you could use something from your keys, do you know what I mean, like an old key ring, and then that would be that one. So what I'm going to do today is just do the patterns, and then you could just put the patterns in your Fibonacci however you wanted to. It's completely up to you. So I'm going to do 4 different patterns this week, and I hope that you enjoy it. Okay then, so I'm going to start with my favourite one, which I call buttons, because it looks like loads of buttons. So all you do is just make it look like a button going around. I just think that this will be a really nice idea, because you'll have like a little book then of all the tangles that you've you know, that you've learned. It's nice for a little reference as well. You know, if you've got like a big space to fill and you need a big pattern, then you can have a little look. And then if you've got a smaller space, you can have a look for your smaller patterns. So there's your simple buttons tangle. Right then, so that's for quite a good one when you've got quite a big space to fill. You know, or you could make them small if you wanted to. So the second one for today is going to be the flowers that I do. So personally, I'll start this off by doing lines. I don't use ruler when I'm doing this. So I've done lines on every 2, and then I'm going to do a line going across as well. So making sure that you can actually get your hands in the right place. Right, then go this way. And all you do is start filling in simple petals for a flower. Now this pattern is quite nice because it's quite versatile, because you could go into it and you could colour in the petals, or you could go into it and colour in the negative space that's, you know, underneath the petals. Personally, I like to put like little spots as well where it meets, so I just think it makes it look nicer. And then, oh, sorry, I keep getting it out of camera shot. It's really hard for me to remember where. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put, it's just to remind me where to keep it on my paper. Right then, so that it stays in shot of the camera. It's nothing worse than watching a video on these and then you're not being able to see what I'm doing. So please comment if you want me to change any angles on this. So there's loads of ways that you could extend on this. You could, I personally like going in and putting the spots in. There's another thing that you could do where you could go around the inside of this section and then you could put little diamond shapes that are sort of following the pattern of the leaf there, or the petal. And then you could go in with a gel pen or whatever, you can colour in either this section here or you can colour in that section there, or you can alternate it between the two, and it just comes up with such a beautiful pattern once you're finished. The possibilities with this are absolutely endless. That's why I really like this design. And then also you could get a different colour and then colour in that bit, or colour in that bit. So like I said, the possibilities with that one are, you know, there's loads. Or you could just colour in the flower. But I like to make it a bit different. You know, there's nothing saying that you need to put a circle inside that bit there. You could put a circle and the shape. It's completely up to you. It's your design at the end of the day. But that's just an example on how you can extend on the patterns that you've got. Okay, so that's the other one for today. Right then, my next pattern, it looks like it's being weaved in and out. This is one of my favourite ones to do when I'm doing hair. So all you do is some straight lines, and then draw round and then colour in. Right, so that's the next one. Just looks like you've got some thread going in and out. Right then, take them up, down and flick up. So you carry that on. You carry that on throughout the whole of the line. put some dots down the bottom if you want to. With these you can always turn it round and do some going the opposite way if you wanted to. So then they're made like a diamond in the centre. And then you could turn it back. Guys, that's the 4 patterns for today. We've got this rope one and the flowers, and then the A design and the buttons, and I've just put them all onto this book ring, and then they're ready for next week, where I can put 4 more on. And I'm hoping that you like this idea and that some people will join me and make their own. See you next week.